with the Trump Princess heading back to port at the Trump Castle. The first leg of the 1989 Trump Castle World Championship is officially in the record book. In the superboat class, 10 boats started and only 4 finished, so attrition did play a major role here today. RDS took first place with an average speed of 64 miles per hour. To give you an idea, these boats usually average 80 to 90 miles per hour, so they were 30 miles off their normal average speed. That's an indication of how rough things were. Charlie Mart's Eric's Reality took second place, Little Caesar's Pizza took third place, and Jesse James was able to take third place. Right there in your picture, you've got Tom Gentry, one of the casualties in the superboat class. It was very, very rough, and he was one of the boats who unfortunately sunk. But the rescue crew did a great job, and they do have him up on the crane. Overall, 5 boats did sink. Now we get to the UIM 1 class. This was our biggest class of the day. We had 25 starters, and believe it or not, only 4 boats finished. So many of the boats retired. We had 6 boats who were disqualified, 2 boats were no starts, and the balance all retired due to the rough sea conditions. In first place, Joe Mack snuck in there with Dirty Laundry, an average speed of 57.69 miles per hour. Mandy Fernandez's Hawk Marine Power took second place. Lord Piana took third place, and Castella Gancia took fourth place. Everyone else unfortunately had to retire due to mechanical problems, so it just shows how rough things are. There you see them pumping out the water of Gentry's boat. In UIM 2, the duel between Abel and Diesel Dancer was won by Abel, who prevailed. Only by several minutes were they able to hold off Diesel Dancer. So Abel, with an average speed of 57 miles per hour, took first place, followed by Diesel Dancer in second place, and Team Skater taking third place. In the Pro Stock, it was won by Risky Business, taking first place, who was able to hold off the hard-charging Miss Don Q Rum, who took second place. There was only like less than a minute separating these 2 boats as they went down toward the finish. There was an average speed of both boats separated by hundredths of a miles per hour, both in the 53 mile per hour range. And Concrete Cat was able to take third place in the Pro Stock. And in the stock class, George Peterson's Vigilante took first place with an average speed of 43 miles per hour, followed by Skater Express in second place, and Ford Apache Marina took third place. Well, those are your overall results, and the first leg of the 1989 Trump Castle World Championship is officially in the record book. Well, overall, the story of today's race would have to be the weather conditions that all crews were faced with. We had so many casualties, boats sinking, boats retiring due to mechanical problems. It was just a very rough day for offshore powerboat racing for the crews as well as their equipment. We had some good racing. It was certainly a war out here today. And these boats will have to go back, do some work in the pits, and get ready for the race that will continue on Thursday. Because once again, even if we had some points here today, they can make up with the boat racing that will happen on Thursday and Saturday. Before we go, there are a few people that we'd like to thank. In helicopter number 1, we had Lou Beloisi, our pilot, along with Jeff Girardi, head cameraman, Castine, who does a fine job editing and spotting, along with Mike Giorgio of SMS Propeller, who also helps with spotting. And in camera number 2, which is a freeze frame exclusive, we had Ron Hawkins as our pilot, Gary Johnson was on the camera, and Tom Russell did a fine job of spotting. Well, as I said, it was a very rough race. We certainly hope that the seas do cooperate a little better with us on Thursday. We look forward to some very exciting and competitive racing as this race circuit gets going for the whole week of racing. So with that, this is Shelly Kahn speaking to you on behalf of Jeff Girardi, Castine, and the entire Freeze Frame Sports video production staff, saying we hope you enjoyed viewing Tuesday's race as much as we enjoyed presenting it to you, and we look forward to seeing everyone on Thursday as the Trump Castle World Championships for 1989 continue right here in Atlantic City.